Okay, the next video. Here we are. Oh, there were a couple of teachers that we prayed over, and I mean, we just walked right into these schools and went right to their classrooms. I mean, since we've been here, we've been taking shower after shower. It's 90 degrees here. So if you're cold, blow some of that air to me. I mean, I'll take some of it. They were saying that, when it gets cold, there's a place called Baguio City that gets colder than anywhere else in the Philippines. They said when it gets 15 degrees Celsius, they tell everybody to stay inside or you'll freeze to death. Well, 15 degrees Celsius is 59 degrees. I said, get me to that place and let's go swimming. That sounds good to me. 60 degrees and the water's probably 80. I'll take that. The other thing, before we went to Davao, we had no money come in whatsoever. I just want to share this because this is just awesome how God is. He just, I love it when he does things like this. He said there, we had like 1,000 pesos, which was, which was barely enough for a taxi and the airport tax. But someone had said they were going to send us some money and said they were going to put it on Friday. Well, we didn't need it till Wednesday, but that didn't matter. God told us to give the 1,000 pesos, the last 1,000 pesos we had, away. So we gave it away to who God told us to give it to. And lo and behold, we didn't have any money. We had just enough food this was like Monday. We had just enough food for Monday and part of Tuesday, and we were supposed to leave on Wednesday. And I told him, I said, honey, well, she said, what are we going to do? Joseph was eating the jar of peanut butter. We had half a jar of peanut butter left. He was just eating the peanut butter. We didn't have any bread, no sandwiches. He just eating peanut butter. And then he wanted something sweet, so he started drinking the syrup, pancake syrup, because we didn't have anything else. And God was just so awesome in that. Because, when we moved here, God gave me a verse that was clear as could be. He said, give no thought to what you will eat or where you will stay, for I'll take care of all that. I said, great. I'm not wasting my time on any of that. So we get there on Monday, we have a meeting. Oh no, on Tuesday we have a meeting. And we went to the meeting, we both said to each other, boy, I hope they have food at this meeting. They did, which was awesome because we didn't have any food in the refrigerator. We had enough for one meal. We would give that to Joseph if he wanted it. Some beans, things like that. Anyway, they had food, and when we were there, we had this meeting. God led me to prophesy over everybody at the meeting. So I prophesied over everybody at the meeting, and when the meeting was done, one of the pastors came up to us and said, God told me to give you the biggest bill in my wallet. Well, the biggest bill in her wallet was 500 pesos. 500 pesos, just by the way, is only like $6. So she gave me 500 pesos, and another person there gave me another 500 pesos. And then we found out that the ministry was going to pay for our cab to the airport. So we really just needed 400 pesos for the airport tax. And then we had to give Joseph some money because he was going to stay with his uncle. We gave him like 250 pesos. And so we got on the plane. We had enough for airport tax. We had enough to get like a bottle of water because we got at the airport at 1 o'clock. The flight didn't leave we headed to the airport at 1 o'clock. We didn't get there till about 3:30. The flight didn't leave till 6:30 or 7. And then we didn't get there till about 8:39. But anyway, we hadn't eaten anything all day. So when we got there, they picked us up at the airport. They took us to a hotel. They dropped us off at the hotel. And we both looked at each other and said, I hope somebody's paying for this hotel. I ain't got no money. And she said, I don't either. So, but then we had like 210 pesos. And she said, I'm hungry. And I was hungry too. So we went over, got something to eat. The meal came out to 203 pesos, and I'd like to leave at least a 10% tip, but unfortunately, all she got was like a 7 peso tip. But that's all we had. Got done, went to the first church we were supposed to go to, and they stopped at a store and said, you know, you want to run in and get anything? We didn't have a penny. We didn't have anything. But we weren't going to tell anybody because God said He would provide. We get there, and we still don't have anything, but everything's been provided. Everything's been paid for. Hotel room, everything's been taken care of. And then, by the church that asked us to come down. And then we get there, and one of the leaders was sick. So we went over to his house, and I prayed for him. And God gave me a word for him. And you could just tell, it was just welling up in his spirit, because, I mean, his eyes were watering. You know, when God touches somebody, it's just awesome. And He usually touches me just as much. So that just makes it twice as good. But anyway, he sat there, he hands Mila later the next day 2,000 pesos. I said, woohoo! We've got some money. We can get a bottle of water. We can get, you know, a bottle of water's on like 10 pesos or something like that. But we can get little things that we need. And, but it was cool. And then the money that someone was sending me did come through, but it didn't come through until we were already in Davao for about 2 or 3 days. But just God's awesome. You know, what He's really been teaching me is quit focusing down here on earthly things. We're not part of this kingdom. We're part of the heavenly kingdom. We should be having our focus up here. So if our focus is up here, is heaven in lack? Is heaven in need? Does heaven not have enough water or food to drink? No. And I'm part of that kingdom. So why would I be in lack, in need, not have enough water or food to drink? There's no reason. Because I have been transformed from this earth to the heavenly realm, where I am now a citizen of that kingdom. And that kingdom rocks, man. God's in charge. So therefore, the things that are available in heaven, we can ask for, or ask for those things, those needs to be supplied. Well, to make a long story short, there were several people that gave a couple $100, which was very helpful. We've got pastors coming in January that we're going to have a pastors conference. And we've got a couple of mattresses, and we've got a couple of air conditioners, because we didn't have any air conditioners. We want the pastors to be comfortable. They were going to have to sleep on the stage, but we're going to have them sleep in our place on the floor. I think on a mattress. I think we'll have enough for everybody to sleep on. But it's just been awesome. God's just been doing all kinds of things. Just been great. If you want to come over, come over. We've got room for you. We'll pick you up at the airport. You come here. All you need is your plane ticket. We'll supply food, or God will supply food. Let's put it that way. We may eat beans, but it's okay. The beans will be good, and we'll have some bread to go with it or something. So come on over. Don't hesitate. We'd love to have you. Well, and Mila, while she was down in Davao as well, she spoke at a couples conference. So I'm going to go. My throat is scratchy. I'm wanting to cough, but I'll wait and cough later. See you later. Love you guys. God bless you. Bye-bye.